We go. Bring the meeting order a little late. 6:17 Monday evening. Apologize to everybody. We're having a meeting downstairs. Want to pledge allegiance, please? No, everybody join us for pledge allegiance, please. 6:17. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. First actions, review and approve minutes from trustee meeting October 15th, 2025.
Something in November, not October.
Yep, that should be probably November 15th. Wrong date, Eric.
Oh, it is. Yep. So that'd be November the 11th or no, sorry, 10th, November 10th. I will you change the minutes. I'll change the agenda.
So have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Any other additions or changes?
The treasurer's report won't really happen, just warrants to sign as the treasurer had a family medical issue.
Yeah, there's no warrants.
There's warrants,
Okay, you're just gonna read a report. There's no report.
no report.
Okay. We're also gonna table the official vehicle use policy to next month. With no objections. Darrell?
No.
BJ?
Nope, good.
Okay, let's see. We were gonna go into executive session and there's no longer needed an executive session. So BJ and I just met with Millbrook downstairs. We've come up with some new agreements for a change order. We're gonna go with February 2nd for substantial completion.
Was that the 15th?
Correct, yep, February 15th for substantial completion. The end of March for completion. Besides the exterior work, so there'll be some paving and dirt work. And that completion will be completed by the end of May. Does that make sense to A&E? He's also agreed to put a $60,000 contingency off to the side for reimbursement unless there's some major unknowns or issues that arrive from that scenario. That's what our meeting was about, Darrell. Sorry, I didn't really have time to explain to you.
And
The reasoning for them dates is the initial 2 months was because of the delay of the building arriving. There was several other days with unknowns with the piers. Fire rating for a door that fire marshals made us get instead, which sounds like that door's coming way sooner than it was, according to him tonight. The unknown part of that would be that we would be, Eric and I will be discussing tomorrow, winter conditions. Which I'm assuming we would need to use some of the contingency funds to help heat the building because we're requiring it being heated all the time, where he would only have to heat it while they're working. But that's not set in stone. That's a conversation we'll have with Millbrook, Eric and I, and possibly BJ tomorrow, and then he'll get in touch with the three of you. That's it's an all conversation right now.
Yeah,
So
this is one chamber that.
Correct. Correct, that would be down the road just a little bit. They did inform us that the employee that got hurt over there is okay, everything's going fine, so that's good news. Darrell, do you have any issues with the extending until the 15th February?
Yeah. No.
As I said, part of it was a good 2 month delay in the actual building itself arriving, and then some unknowns with piers, measurements of the piers, a couple other things.
Well, what's this? Is it, we're fine then where we are till then? In that building?
Down lower.
Yeah.
No, we're not, but we have no choice, right? So he offered to bring a Conex box. That's not gonna do us any good. We have to. We're full of stuff.
Yeah.
It's more space, being able to wash the vehicles, wash out the salt sander, wash off the equipment after plowing in use.
And he's gonna work with Nate on that as soon as the building's closed in.
Yeah, as soon, that's why we were talking about possibly assisting with heat so that we can put trucks and stuff in there. So that stuff is accessible. If the guys get called out in the middle of the night, they might have to move 3 vehicles to get out the vehicle they need.
Right.
That's the problem going on, and
Yeah.
they are emergency vehicles, so.
And it should be, the roof should be on here shortly.
He said hopefully tomorrow,
Yeah.
if everything goes good, so. So we're gonna go to the end of March for completion. And that is if the news about the fire rating door comes through. So what did you say, Eric?
January
15th,
17th.
He got word today that the 17th is now the estimated arrival.
Okay.
So they've moved it up. They apparently, up production or whatever, so.
And so that would be, it was actually, they wanted a little beyond that. They wanted till April. I want it done before our annual meeting. That's what I'm after, so. The contingency money that he's gonna set off to the side, we're gonna come up with some kind of agreement that is set in escrow. Isn't that what we said there, BJ?
Yeah, I mean, sort of escrow, it's gonna be in a separate account.
There's gonna be some kind of agreement signed by all parties saying that that money is more apt to be returned than used.
But he did use the word escrow.
He did it
Yeah.
some. Oh, that's, welcome aboard, sorry. Thank you, man.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Anything else on that I forgot about?
No. That's pretty much it. The whole meeting.
So. As you guys know, he has issues sometimes speaking with YouTube. So my instructions to him downstairs was for easy change orders to contact Eric and me first. Cause it's gonna start out with whether the village is gonna approve them not right from the get-go. So I've warned him that he needs to come to us early and often as often as needed, but early. Don't wait till 2 weeks before the end of it and say you need 6 weeks, because then it's not gonna happen. So we want more communication directly from Millbrook to Eric. Not that you guys weren't communicating, I'm saying that sometimes it goes to you guys and you guys imply no before it's a real no. And thank you, because you're trying to save the village money. That's what we hired you to do. But sometimes that's gotta ease up when you get some thick heads going on, so.
And it's, frankly, just email us, blah, 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 blah.
Absolutely,
It gets kind of like, okay, where if you call.
the emails are endless and.
If he calls up
long.
and says, hey, this cost us, what can I do about it? Then there's more knowledge base.
Not that we're gonna just say, go, go, go.
Yeah, has to be justified.
What is the penalties if not done by March?
Was a total of 53,000 and we have them setting aside 60. So we're actually more than the original penalizations of a delay, but we're technically working with him to extend it. So he's gonna set that beside. Hopefully it just turns around and saves that much money on the overall cost. That's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is for us to get our water and lights garage and have
Yeah,
everybody
just-
out of town.
I'm just wondering what changed last month to this month. Last month it was,
Several things, temperature, the conversation, the brains involved, the arguments, stuff, standard stuff in construction. Happens all the time, When you're paving somewhere, somebody gets hot because you didn't pave the spot correct or something.
Yeah.
Nothing major has changed in the contract besides the timelines in the contingency escrow. that what we're gonna call it?
I mean, it's
Just so
not
we're-
gonna be a true escrow, but
Correct.
If I can make a suggestion, we can have an added line in the schedule of values as a contractor contingency, and then it would require payout approval from us, and from you guys to use anything out of that.
Perfect.
contractor.
I like that idea.
Mhm.
Yeah, but we're not trying to get money out of Millbrook. We're trying to get our garage done. You guys gone, them gone, our guys back in that building. That's what we're after. And we explained to him that, you know, the village has upheld 100% their end of the contract, so we can't be mad at us for anything. We understand delays. I'm a builder. I understand delays. Any questions from anybody before? And I don't think there's a whole lot of need of carrying on. You guys are probably ready to go home.
feel caught up or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Basically, it's just a quick rundown. We extended them till the 15th of February for substantial completion. We extended them till the end of March to be completed. Besides, groundwork outside, we gave them till the end of May. That's paving, dirt work, stone work, drainage. Clean out.
Yeah.
I think it was a good give by both parties in the long run. I think it's a very good thing that we had this meeting before this meeting. Sorry, it took 15 minutes extra. But it solved a
I just,
lot of problems.
for those who didn't know, the meeting only contained me, the builder, and two trustees because it was a last minute thing. Wasn't warned, so. by
But
public
it didn't need to be
meeting law,
warned
I
because it's
could-
only two of us.
That's what I'm saying, by public meeting law, I can only have two. Because of the non-warning.
It was a standard chair, vice chair meeting. That's what it turned out to be. I feel that you two need to. I'm not complaining, but converse more with Eric, making him understand because he doesn't always understand a lot of it. Am I correct, Eric?
Yeah.
It is a difficult understanding, especially with the lingo you guys use. I gotta reread it a couple times and I still miss stuff, and then we come down and we have a conversation and we figure it out together. So, just stay clear.
Yep, simple language.
Yep, and let's just keep moving forward and stay on the new schedule the best we can, and we appreciate what you guys do. Anybody got anything else for A&E?
Who does the final nuts and bolts walkthrough? With
The punch list, you mean?
punch, yeah, to go through and make sure.
Generally,
Yeah.
generally, it is everyone, generally, it does fall on the architect generally to create the punch list, but we're usually walking through with you guys.
Yeah.
Making that list as we go. So
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a board walk through at the end there, and with the crew.
Yeah, I think somebody would make sure. Every bolt is tight, every, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, not.
Yeah, this door don't latch
It's easy to
good.
forget
Yeah.
some,
Contractually, I think that falls on AES Northeast, but it's
Yeah.
usually the entire team is walking through together,
Yeah.
making that list, and that would be our.
Mhm.
Perfect, I
And-
appreciate you all.
And our guys are pretty savvy on that stuff and pay attention. They'll be in the building and saying, hey, this needs change and that needs change, and they'll be writing that down.
It's not that you need to change, it needs to be completed.
Right, right,
Completed and adjusted.
right.
I appreciate you guys coming in tonight.
Thank you.
Alec, you also, Alex,
Oh, it's not just we get sidewalks.
you're gonna, yeah,
He
that's
has to
what I was gonna
stay.
say, you were staying for that. Yeah. And hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow, Eric will get back to you with a new change order that you guys can put your parts in and.
Are you're gonna draft the revised?
I think he's just gonna shoot you a big list and you guys do your thing that you normally do.
I'm not on vacation tomorrow, is what you're saying?
Boy, it'd be nice if you wouldn't tomorrow, but I get it. I'm not gonna do this by myself and I don't think we ought to let this go a week with him.
Okay, I'll come in
Do you
tomorrow.
agree? Even if it's for a couple hours there? I'll come down when you
We'll
get.
trade.
What you just came up with, send it
You
just
don't
to you,
set deer
as
season.
draft, and
Mondays.
then
Oh, that's
go
right.
from there.
Why don't you look at those?
Sounds great.
That way, once you're a couple hours.
Yep, yeah, actually, if you send stuff, send to the vice chair also, BJ, Putvain.
I have your.
You good,
email.
no,
I
Ty?
don't think I have.
Okay, I'll forward it to him when I get it then.
Okay. Perfect, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Alec, we'll jump to you so you can get the hell out of here too.
All right.
We'll spend the time.
And we don't-
Ah, you don't either, don't lie.
I mean,
So I saw the email and the scope and study. But they want to study more on that side to Gold Hills, what my understanding is.
Yeah, so the feedback that, and Eric, stop me if I'm incorrect in any of this, the feedback we got from V-Trans is that. The alternative that would have two crosswalks, one at the mobile or down past Weston Road. And one here at the end where the sidewalk ends. It needs V-Trans standard, but they're not quick to jump on sidewalks in that, or to crosswalks in that close of vicinity. So. Kind of an adjustment to. Having the north side. That we discussed with the contractor was to extend the sidewalk all the way to the hill.
We gotta get one of those adjusters for it.
it's not getting down at this point. There we go. We got it. It's not adjustable.
Put it on our list for adjustable one for that.
I thought it turned, but it does not. It just has hooks.
So what Eric had sent you guys, I think, Stan Tech just wanted to put out a very first draft to get your guys'
This is,
initial comments.
this is their original, version of the north side sidewalk. So you're talking about a crosswalk over here by electric co-op. And terminus and crosswalk. Just a little bit down the street from here.
At the end of the sidewalk, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about maybe for the north side, maybe it's worth dragging it to Gould Hill and connecting it. And then putting this crosswalk actually right here at municipal office. The north side.
Yeah, so line of sight seems better there.
Yep. And then they really surprised me with this. And this has me thinking completely opposite of what the way we were thinking when they talked to us last time. Here's the south side of the concept. All right. So basically starting at terminus, taking it down to here. They're able to shift shoulder. Go to the 6-foot sidewalk with a curb. And keep it on current earth,
On the riverside,
on the river side.
and then there's still gonna be a guardrail, I'm assuming.
And the guardrail will go outside the sidewalk. Correct.
So I gotta really move out from where it is now.
Right, the guardrail will move more towards the river.
Okay,
The shoulder will be, very much shrunken. And there's room for a 6-foot of sidewalk and a curb between the two.
okay.
You'll see there's a little patch of,
Yeah.
stone fill.
There's a little bit of fill right here in the corner they'll be putting in.
Are we worried about any kind of washout or is there riprap along that wall, along that
There's a lot of
corner?
riprap right there,
Okay.
and, I mean, according to Nate, in the 20 some odd years he's been here, he's never
Yeah,
seen
washout.
any erosion there.
Okay.
So,
Other than that, there's a number of upstream floodplain projects happening.
Right.
Right now, it's a good outlook for this part of town. It's hard to say for sure, but the upstream efforts seem to be showing that it's more hopeful. Than it
And then that would take out the sidewalk up by Jolly's, that would take that completely out, because now people can just go up one side, right? Or no?
This would be no crosswalks.
Yeah, this would be zero
Right,
cross,
so-
straight shot.
It would stay two jollies. is what-
Mhm.
And the state's right away is wide enough for all this without having to deal with properties?
I believe, yeah, I think you can see, I think that red line is the.
It's the state's right away.
Is the right of way there.
Mhm.
Okay, yep.
So, yeah, they anticipate, like Eric said, the shoulder between the road and the sidewalk might shrink some, but.
And other than right there by the river, so right there by the river, you'd be talking about a 6-foot sidewalk with curb. Everywhere else, be a 5-foot sidewalk. 4-foot grass strip.
Says 5-foot grass strip.
5-foot grass
roadway, 6-foot sidewalk.
Yep.
I don't believe that site. Just don't believe that's gonna hold up with floods right there on that corner.
My major concern too, there.
I mean, that's,
I mean, it'll go underwater,
huh?
it'll go underwater, but there's not a lot of scour in our floods. Because the valley is so wide.
There was once, when we had, when Austin and all them over there picking icebergs out, when it destroyed the guardrail. So that was extra. How many years ago was that? Do you remember?
Yeah.
When they were digging all the ice out of the corner down here. But that, I mean, I only remember it once, but
Right.
Well, yeah,
I remember the water being over that every time.
well, 95, it was up to that little sugar house over there. So,
If they did something like that, would we be able to have any lighting through there?
yeah.
I'm sure we would incorporate
I'm sure we would
streetlights
go
hopefully in that
all the way
budget,
out.
but,
Are you aware of what the
or we do.
town's trying to do?
You know what I mean?
And
They might put a bridge across. Like,
Yeah, it's right here though, right off the.
yeah,
a footbridge.
The sign
they
building,
wanna use the sidewalk,
the building with,
and they wanna use Railroad Street.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the other, minor advantage to the south side also is the village, the sidewalk stays 100% within the village. Where it'll tip over into town land on the north side,
up by the.
up by the industrial park.
Industrial park, yeah.
Yep.
And just extra point, just thinking about the V-Trans having, because it's a state highway, V-Trans having and in design.
And they have,
Yes, they happen. And when it comes to design and engineering costs, those costs go up with the cost. I don't know how much, but it adds a significant amount of engineering to, and no guarantee that V-Trans will. That's just something to keep in mind.
Are we, I know this is like premature, but how much more work is there involved for us to take care of it in the winter time? Not much more.
that's the other thing, thank you for bringing that up, Ellis, because my mind got off that. Nate said it's gonna cost. 3 times, it's gonna be like 15 minutes to plow the south side. Maybe, if that, it's gonna be 3 times as much time.
Well,
It
it's
costs
just
twice.
other things we have to think about
There's
doing.
a law when we remove all the snow right here. Now you're tripling that length from the bridge to here where it ends. The plowing is nothing. It's the removal of the snowbank from the plow truck.
I
And
would
now
think,
you've tripled the length of it, so that's.
Yeah, the,
I would think they wouldn't remove it there because it's not due to parking, that
Yeah.
they remove the snow on the sidewalk areas. Or the grass areas due to parking and
Yeah.
people,
it'll largely go into the guardrail.
well, that's if they do the snowboard,
Right.
but, so.
So wait a minute, there's the road, the guardrail.
No, it'll be the road, the sidewalk, the guardrail.
Yeah. Just like it is on
Yeah,
Main
that-
Street right here, curb.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a lot of added work, to keep that. What the state plows into the sidewalk, obviously.
I'd have to say anything on Main Street's already been added work for 20 years.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right. Yep.
it's not gonna get any better, no matter what we do.
Let's say it's much less additional work keeping it south than it is crossing.
And again, just so everybody understand, we're not deciding on this is where the sidewalk's gonna go.
No.
They're looking for what direction they should continue the scope and study. I see Alex, you saved us a bunch of money.
I tried.
Thank you. I mean,
It's
Whether
not-
whether it
Just
stays
doing
with
your
you
job.
and you're continuing on to this or whatnot, but to continue the study for the other side to Ghoul Hill was, they were estimating 6,000-ish.
Yeah.
Something like that, more than what we've already paid for the study. I think you've asked the state if they were gonna be able, or,
So what happened is, we were contracted with the village to do the monthly management project. All I've done is we're gonna pay for that management cost out of one of our grant funds. So we're returning that $4,000 contract back to the village. Ultimately, it's gonna go to engineering.
Correct.
Yeah,
or towards more studying part.
yeah, towards the additional study.
So yeah, he sent me a amended contract. Changed the $4,000 to $168.
I
That's
saw
what,
that.
that's what we already paid them, so.
Well, I said, thank you. So I think, basically what you're thinking, Alec, and what, the company, other company.
That's
is
what they're,
thinking
No.
okay,
Is that
okay,
the other side's not really feasible. Because of the crossings, well, not necessarily it's not feasible, it's gonna be way more hurdles.
It's harder, yeah, it's certainly a lot more, it's a lot more dynamic.
and less pedestrian friendly.
Absolutely, I get that.
And I don't wanna get too far down the road of us taking opinion, and comments about state tech here.
Yep.
This really is just a draft for you guys to look through.
Right.
Have a
There's
follow
no
up.
decisions today.
There will be another time when Stan Tech will come and do a formal presentation of the alternatives, and the board or the trustees will ultimately need to pick the preferred alternative to complete this study. So whatever gets us to that preferred alternative is, I think, kind of what we want to know tonight is what direction you want us to go.
whether or not we wanna spend more on the other side is what you're asking to know. Which would be some kind of decision. I was the one that started it out with not wanting it on the riverside, and I still don't want it. But if it would make us, allow us to install a sidewalk to Jollies versus not installing a sidewalk to Jollies. I don't know how I feel about that. Darrell?
Well, yeah, and that's, are we gonna have to hire another guy or buy more equipment or? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, but
I would tend to say no and no, you're just talking match route to screw by half hour. Or whoever's doing the plowing, sanding of the sidewalks.
Yeah.
I guess to Darrell's question about snow removal, it depends if we're removing it all the way now.
yeah,
I like it from way back when we started it like 4 or 5 years ago, just trying to get a sidewalk on both ends and. I don't care which side it's on, as long as there's one there for people to walk on.
Like I said, I think every person in this room goes, ooh, the river. We're all river scared. Yeah. So maybe rightfully so, I don't know. I'm assuming, like I said, I guess I say I'm assuming, but engineers should be able to come up with a plan to do that if they're coming up with a plan to stabilize our pole in the river. Right?
Yeah, and this is very much, still conceptual, obviously when it's engineered.
Yeah, but it kind of involves the overall thinking of the whole project. Just, I would personally feel the other side of the road would be cheaper to build. Whether I'm right or not, I don't know. I just know there's gonna be stabilization where there'll be a lot of stuff on that riverside. And the river police, the frog police. Whatever other police jumping in on that.
Moving guardrails.
Well, closer to encroachment on the riverbank.
So on the other side, so I know this property real well because I grew up beside number 3 there. The ledge that goes up through there, that would have to be, if the path was on the other side, there's gonna have to be ledge removal.
I think. Eric, can you change that back to the north?
Yeah.
I believe we talked about this at a meeting, we met with Nate and Stan Tech and myself last week. I believe they said no ledge removal on the north side, is that?
Yeah, I guess just enough room.
Yeah.
Because there's
It's
a
pretty
slight
close, but-
slight ditch at the bottom of the ledge that goes down to that big culvert that crosses the road at that rest area.
I think the culverts were gonna be the big problem. Going over, cause they're all openings where we're gonna be going, we would be going over top of it. So that would be
That's deep.
mouth entrance for the culvert extension, but. Which,
It makes more sense on the other side. Just, they're gonna have to do something to protect that river from, which I mean, that's I guess what they designed, right?
our sewer lines on the
It's on
riverside, right?
Riverside.
Yes, water's on the other side.
Yeah.
I mean,
One on each.
One on each, yeah.
I was there for, I don't know, 36 years now. I haven't seen it erode much there.
No, it doesn't erode much there,
I
but
mean,
it just,
You
Gets
lived
there.
across from it longer, you might have seen it,
It's-
I don't know.
Oh, it's never,
It gets there, but the pavement's never had a problem.
no,
Yeah.
They did some rip wrapping at one point in time there, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, the whole bank's wrapped,
All the way around that corner.
that corner.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cause it gets deep, right, just past that corner, the water, it's real deep right there, a couple.
Yeah, not so much anymore.
No? Filled in now?
It used to be.
So have you
Here's
been out and looked
fishing
at it
there.
much?
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean, I live around your side, I'm familiar.
right,
with the
now the
area.
culvert that crosses right there by number 2. Where that little brook comes down through,
Yeah,
they don't project any work right there, everything's still, they think there's enough room right there,
Or to fit the sidewalk,
at the sidewalk,
according to these drawings, I believe, yeah, I mean,
yeah. Huh,
there's obviously groundwork that would have to be done, but I
Right.
don't think they anticipated it. They mentioned maybe picking some ledge for the south side to fit that stone fill in. But other than that, I don't think they talked about blasting the ledge.
yeah, it wasn't, that's. Just, I know that that's a very, very, well. Unfit in that culvert's never been,
They did come out and did a site visit, took measurements,
Yeah.
back in the fall, I think. But. Yeah, I think tonight, we're just, if there's any major concerns that we can pass along to Stan Tech, and then they'll come and give a formal application. We are required to do the 2 alternatives plus the no bill,
Right.
so.
Right.
We have to listen to both of them either way, but, yeah, if there's I guess the real concern is, do you want to extend that north side all the way to Gould Hill, is that worth the money in your guys?
so basically it'll be no
No additional. money.
additional money, but we won't get LCPC's $4,000 back because we'll be spending on Stantec.
What do you think, Darrell? Spend money or stick to the south side? Let me ask one question actually really quick. So after the study's done and they decide and we're not done, but we get towards the end of it and we see that this is unlikely feasible, can we say, let's go over there? Is that still gonna be an option at
Yes.
that point, or would it be too far beyond the state's involvement and everybody else to,
No, so at the end of this,
for the 4,000?
you will get, I mean, you guys will have to choose the preferred alternative, that's a part of including the study. So if. Yeah, I mean, sorry, maybe I misunderstood your question. Again.
So say they come back 3/4 of the way through the study and say, boy, it's not looking good on the south side.
Okay.
Can we then say, let's continue with the extra on the north side? Is it gonna be too late
No,
then?
they've already.
They've started moving.
This is, I think they're getting pretty close to, sending these to you guys for, some sort of public meeting. The real expended funds will be that extra to extend, to show the extension to Gould Hill. And just to keep track of the funding piece. You have to spend your 40,000 because it's part of your match,
Right, so
so.
the
you
$4
gotta go
grand comes
somewhere.
back,
So I will
going
do
to
it.
Dante. One of the other.
Yeah. If we have to spend it, I forgot about that. We have to spend it. There's really no decision.
Right, well, but they were coming in, they came back, said that we might owe them more, correct?
So it was actually.
6,000, I think, was the number they threw out.
So we got a formal estimate, I think it was just under 4,000, I think they were trying
They were hedging.
to meet me at that 4,000.
Yeah.
Right. And
Um,
originally it was higher,
Yeah,
Because they're
remember
doing
one of them was high.
archaeological,
Yeah, and
but
then they said
they decided to accept the state archaeological for the purpose of this study. So that's safe money.
So all in all, then the Dantex's extension of this or pursuit of the other part would be basically using the money you did.
Mhm.
Anybody need any more thought and conversation on that one? Somebody like to make a motion to use it or not use it?
I think we have to use it, right?
We gotta use it either on LCPC or Stantec, one or the other, and LCPC gave us.
It's better
Gave
used
it
than
back to
taken
use
back.
on Stantec, so.
We don't stand it.
It's kind of a.
So you're looking for a motion to continue the study to Gold Hill on the north side?
Keep moving
So-
forward.
I have a motion, do I have a second? we should do the numbers.
What's that?
No more than 4,000.
No more than
Is
4,000.
that a friendly amendment for you?
Yep,
I ain't
that's
had
a
a
good
second
amendment.
yet, so.
Yep.
Do I have a second?
So we're talking about no south, just north.
No,
No,
we're just
well,
extending the
add
north
it.
model. You'd still have the south model, but we extend the north model to Gould Hill to connect the sidewalk.
Okay,
Do I have a second?
second,
Any further discussion? So the motion was up to $4,000 to extend the study on the north side to Gould Hill from where we left off on the original study. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Alec. That,
Like anything else on the agenda?
You don't.
I'm sure he'll be in touch with you or you'll.
You wanna
see the
play
email.
Santa
We'll
Claus?
have a conversation about tomorrow.
Yes, yeah, just, you know, I'm less important in that conversation, but just being in on the loop so I can convey stuff to USDA, because they're the ones that are gonna get picky, it's their money. So,
hey, Eric,
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Alec.
hey,
Happy
Eric,
holidays.
you wanna look into a thing for that? Something that can be pushed, moved, whichever way. I think they run like 50, 60 bucks, now they're dirt cheap, I used to do it at my house.
Well, you'll have to ask the town if you could put one on their TV.
Oh, it's no pound,
Yeah, we just been spending them.
they won't even notice if they didn't pull it.
Members of the public, nothing unless Donna wants to talk to us. Thanks, Donna. I guess I'll jump to Donna's spot real quick while we're jumping all over the place. I see your email and you said that some bunch of stuff was loaded already. Ben?
Yes, I started, I did, you know, the oldest couple of years and then I got to 2014 and I found that everything from there on was already on there. So you guys,
Just double check and just make sure it wasn't on.
I have not checked it out.
so you don't know who did that?
Could have been.
With me, I don't do that stuff.
What do you mean?
It would have all got deleted if I did it. Okay, so,
That work?
maybe just check it one more time down the road, Donna, and just send us a bill. We agreed to pay you for doing it. You were
Okay,
attempting.
yeah, I
to
mean, the amount I did, it'll be like $10 worth or something.
All right, well, yep, well, we appreciate you doing what we asked you to do and then like I said, just double check it if you find it's exactly like you're thinking it should be and we'll just carry on.
Should be able to work it up to another $10.
Yep, I said I did all of that since you guys don't know.
Boing, just push a button, boing.
I have not looked back in email or minutes no more than 2-3 months, Matt, looking for something we talked about.
Oh, I've looked.
Yes, I know, I sent you on Wild Goose. Okay, so treasury report, Rosemary's gone. Wishing her mother well. Eric?
Manager's report, water line project upgrade, I think, water line project's went up fast, walls, mezzanines are all up, the roof is over half on, expect that information this week. FEMA wastewater treatment update, we're still waiting on FEMA to come back with the A&E numbers. January update, we're still waiting on the bond bank to approve the skirt tier 2 part 2 grant. Those are both the same as last month, still waiting on the money people. And I pretty much didn't amended one, I didn't abbreviate it just because we already knew we were talking about the garage.
Yep.
On other stuff, so. Coming to my favorite time of the year. Budget.
Nothing.
Yeah, budget timeline, so this is the same for those who are new, it's the same timeline we've been running for, well, since before I was here, it works well. First trustees meeting in February, we'll have the first draft of the water department and sewer department budgets. We'll have a special trustees meeting the week of the 23rd. Guessing it'll be Wednesday, the 25th. Well, that's up to you folks. Set that either January or February, the regular meeting.
I'll probably set it at our draft one.
Then the regular March meeting, so anyways, regular trustees meeting, regular meeting is for The special meeting is gonna be the first draft of general and first draft of electric. The. The first meeting in March, hopefully the only meeting in March. We'll have the complete draft budget, with all departments, and we'll have an extra meeting later that week or the following week, only if needed. So far, knock on wood. I've come with ready to roll budgets on that meeting and haven't had to have that backup meeting.
Yeah, pretty much everything we changed on today.
Yep.
Bond for the garage, remember that.
Mhm.
That's gotta be considered in your, I would. Search, I guess I'd put in more and request when we do our. Warning for our
Yep.
meeting, and it's gonna be more than. So that we can reduce
Right.
and not have to come back.
Yeah, always come in high and,
Yeah, well, I'm just
Make
saying,
it
'cause we're not even sure yet.
right,
Right, that's what I was arguing with him about. But, so if we understand that his numbers ahead of time, that's gonna help, cause that's gonna actually delay. That general budget.
Mhm.
You aren't gonna get your answers from him by then.
right.
You aren't gonna get your answers from him, the general budget might have to go till March.
So. Yeah, that's my last, that's in my, yeah, it's in my second tier budgeting, but yeah, it might.
Just so you remember, just putting that in there, that's gonna be coming later than we wanted.
So our draft timeline is here. And like I said, it's, you know,
Gonna be
it
subject.
ships
to-
as necessary. And this year is so dynamic, it might shift. And I will be on vacation.
We're on
Let's say
afternoon-
through Friday,
we're on
'cause I'll be here-
afternoon.
I guess I'll be here tomorrow, if only on Zoom.
You're gonna have Sunday off.
Thanks. Okay,
I'm gonna say, just bring your gun, cause tags that way, isn't it?
J1. South. Washington County. Wastewater report. Wastewater plant call out, CD Mars. Available for to be submitted to the state, all 68,000 gallons of sludge to Morrisville. Monthly composite testing completed, checked all heaters, backup heaters in all meter houses. When I finished the back to work on catch basins and main lines. And clean main lines, we found the siphon be plugged, called Manaus to jet it, and it indicated float might not be working properly. When we went to 11-day test floats, found the siphon to be 2/3 plugged again. Manaus jetted it second time, found overflow float not working correctly, replacement has been ordered. Moved the moor deck, service tractor, installed the snow blower for winter. Travelers insurance came to the plant, did boiler and compressor inspection. County all came to service and checked glycol levels in the heating system at the plant. TechSafe cannot perform the test that day as we back with more equipment. Operational status water plant callouts. Monthly report submitted to the state. Coliform samples were negative. Added a gallon of coolant to the water plant generator. Block heaters on. Block heater and generator appears to be running all the time. What we do with that? Hip sensor. After Nate and Eric and knowing cooler weather was coming, we decided to monitor it daily and try to get by until approval comes from Bond Bank for the propane install. The new generator was just submitted by Eric.
So they come to do testing and didn't have the equipment to do testing. Make sure they didn't charge us for that call. That's a standard procedure. That's the reason they're called to come here, correct? So just, I would check on that. I've been billed for silly things like that before.
Village crew got a call at Katie went about a customer with low water pressure. Jeff responded, tapped pressure switch and it came on. We went, switched the pumps out after that, installed new pressure switch, seemed to cure the problem. Bill generator contacted Tim about the generator project and water plant and he indicated to them that the process is in motion. We're waiting to hear on the grant. When we know, he'll know. And water loss was 90%.
Yeah.
Water light report, electric. Outage 31 Pearl, 5 customers out for 1 hour caused by one secondary light came out of the transformer project. Fixed street lights on St. John Street, Clay Hill Road and Town Garage.
Alex, Yeah, so Darrell, son.
Yes?
Oh,
Oh. I can't go over that arm. Hold on.
Signing mine on that one, that's very good, man.
pole hit by a car in front of 21 St. John Street on Route 15, pole to be replaced, working on billing out and getting insurance information. Pole meter at 289 Wescom Road for buyout, outage of 124 Gould Hill Road. 12 customers out for 2.5 hours, cause was a dead tree fell and took down lines.
And I wanna make a,
And the dead tree was out of the right of way, so they didn't have, it wasn't like they could have cut it.
well,
Good.
we'd be driving, when we're driving by all these power lines and we see these dead trees. We should address them in the summer and not
Oh, they
wait for it to be,
they cut them every year.
that one's been dead a long
And
time.
that's not within their right away.
Right away.
They can't do it.
Yeah.
They knew that was there. They just couldn't do anything about it.
But definitely when you. see
We
one-
definitely could have addressed the landowner. And said, hey, before you lose power, can I knock down that dead tree?
Right.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's a wise decision to drive by something all summer
Mhm.
Yeah.
that we sees a problem and we know it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
When you see something like that and you want it addressed, you just reach out.
Yeah.
Either to Eric, Nate, just put it on their radar.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes they, you tunnel vision, blind vision, driving by, stuff like that, but yep. It's a good point. About like the guide wires over on 100C when I told them the other day, and now I just noticed the other day that I went by and they're all nice and tight.
Yeah, cause I asked the same thing. He said, well. It's not our tree. It's out of our road. We can't touch it without getting sued.
Right.
And they have asked him, I believe, to cut it.
And that,
And they seem to have concern.
Mhm.
well, he was probably concerned when his power went out.
Mhm. See, took 2 meters from Morrisville water out for testing, new shop started to get roof on, should be done. Any day now. Can it bi-weekly meeting for the shop? Completed monthly meter readings, high load checks, substation checks, let's see. Water and sewer, Menage clean sewer mains in the village, pulled meter and shut off water at 289 Wescom for buyout. Shut off water and pull meter at 37 Clay Hill for winter. Worked on the siphon, found a bad flow, waiting on replacement, Menage did the 6-inch side and unplugged it. Changed blower filters at the sewer plant. Turned on heat tapes for the bridges. General, installed radio on the little Bobcat, installed light bar on the big Bobcat, removed the American flags from winter, installed the winter banners, installed the snowflakes, and installed the Christmas lights on the lake poles and Christmas trees. In 2 days with 2 guys.
Did we stay within?
Yes, we did. Monash cleaned catch basins and the line to Pearl Street Bridge. Retrieved wing for town due to the roof panels in the way. Fixed potholes in the Greens driveway. Plowed and sanded salted as needed. Moved the banner from Jubilee, that's so they could carry the parade. Changed flags out on the green. Safety, NEPA safety training was on 12-2 with substation components and safety. Johnson Fire Department responded to 13 calls, 9 in the day, 4 at night, average duration 62 minutes. They were 4 automatic calls, 1 vehicle fire, 4 vehicle crashes, 1 odor investigation, 2 medical assists, and 1 other fire hazard of down utility lines. Staff, the average number of firefighters was 11, the total hours of service was 121. Other, the fleet has completed annual services and state inspections. Thank you all the firefighters who volunteered their time to complete these appointments. Engine 1 experienced an unexpected breakdown related to the international engine components. The repairs were completed through Allegiance because of parts availability and schedule conflicts to avoid extended downtime. The cost was $6,143 and the truck was back in service.
Awesome, tell them thanks, cause they got on that one quick and did a good job, to save us some money. The grid grant, where we at? Radio silent still, or?
I'm actually. I've got, yeah. I've gotta do a whole bunch of writing between now and the end of the year.
For the 6 year is pretty much.
6 years off the table. I'm gonna talk to them some more because our current one's actually. Because it took so long, a lot longer process than. Really thought it was. It's actually only a 2 year period. That's not. So.
Yeah, they gotta give us 3 years from
Right.
day we pick it up or something.
So I'm gonna have to just adjust that. Then I've got, you wouldn't believe. The packet, after the post award packet is volumes, after all the volumes of. Writing the grant, they've got. I've never seen this much lift for so little money. But that's when we spend a bunch of time on here, very near future.
That's the way it works sometimes,
Yep,
but it's still moving forward.
it's still moving forward,
Just give the board an FYI, that's just 6 year option was off the table because
Mhm.
it's just, they weren't gonna play that way.
Yep. But. We'll get through that. Yep, so. Next you got electrical account write-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's. 2020. COVID. We had. A big disconnection moratorium. So we had a bunch of people that weren't paying and there was no reason for them to pay because we couldn't shut them off. And. They're gone, they've been gone. There's nowhere, and yeah, we basically, this happens every year, we have. Write-offs, this one's a little bigger than normal because it was the COVID year. And it just needs to be. You know, she's a motion to accept the write-off so she can take them off the books. We're not getting the money, we just need to be able to balance the books.
And this should be a deduction for us down the road, right? Loss.
Yeah, I mean, we can. For what.
What was the number?
What little 5,500 will make in a rate case or something,
What was the number?
it's total $5,570.
59
$5,570.36.
for a year of power? This isn't one person.
Oh, no, it's.
Oh, this is a list.
Oh, it did have the list.
Yep. It's in your packet. It's
9 people.
this one, yeah.
Oh, one of them's like $2,000.
Yeah, one of them was huge.
That's not worth collections?
There's
139 Railroad Street. Is that the one next to Major House? No, I don't know.
It was a renter that vaporized.
The landlord's not responsible for that?
Don't
We don't shut off the power, the landlord takes over the bill, correct? So that the power don't go off to the unit.
unfortunately. Due to the PUC. We cannot make landlord a named person on the invoice.
Starts now.
I can do that with water and sewer,
Yeah.
Stupid
Right.
shit.
but I can't with PUC.
State of Vermont needs to get rid of the PUC and get rid of the bunch of idiots that work.
Well, yeah.
So you can't refuse to turn the power back on to apartment 2. 139 Railroad Street, apartment 2.
No, I'm
refuse to-
saying when
Yeah,
like
I
you're
know.
renting and you call and say I'm moving,
Right,
they don't turn your power off, it goes immediately turns over once your move out date to the landlord.
right.
So why wouldn't the landlord be responsible for this, is my point, because we don't turn their power off no matter what.
Right. That's what I'm saying. This person that rented
Yeah.
apartment 2 at 139 Railroad Street. We couldn't say, no, we're not gonna turn the power back on to the next customer unless that bill's paid up.
It's safe.
It's a good question.
I don't know if you can do that.
I don't know if you can.
Well, that's
We should be able to.
right.
Yeah, just,
Been down that road before. Especially because of COVID.
Well, I think we can,
Yeah.
but at the time we couldn't. Because of the COVID moratorium.
But now we're fine.
And then,
And
I'm trying to think, where's 139? Which
and Rosemary wants it signed off before the end of the year, so
Two
she can.
seventy-four and two
you
sixty.
have the auditors, and you can't balance the books with this out there.
Has to be done by Danger House, somewhere in there.
Can we? Can we go with giving me permission to sign this tomorrow if we find out that we can't go after that one? $2,000 for an electrical bill seems idiotical, it's not go after it.
I
Almost $1,000 one, couple one van also. but-
I would give yourself a week. So the personnel that can answer some of the questions you need answered, you're back at work.
That work for the board to. Say,
That's fine.
go a week and allow me to sign instead of the entire board. Can Rosemary have just me sign? Or is it a required, is that what? Three of us have to swing in and sign. That's the easiest way.
I think if the board moves to
Well,
allow
so-
solo signature, I don't see it would be a problem. It's in the minutes.
Okay, so would somebody like,
If it is a problem,
would
I'll just
somebody
send an
like,
email.
would somebody like to make a motion, allow the chair to sign off on this if within a week. Rosemary and Eric decide that we cannot go after it. So.
Is that on all of them
And
or
it-
just the Sanderson one?
Yeah, and if not, then we just have to come in and sign when he sends me. Yep. I have a motion, second, any discussion? All in favor?
Did this motion include that if you find out that you can go after those people, that you're gonna remove some of these from the?
Yes.
That one,
If we can go after the one we were discussing, we would remove it and sign off on the other.
Yep.
That makes sense, huh? That's good with the board. We talked about it. Yeah. All right. That just seems like a large amount to
yeah, it
just
is,
throw away.
absolutely is.
Especially with the trouble we're having.
With
And then when I gotta tell people at annual meeting, we're gonna have to raise your rate because we were screwed out of $5,000 worth of electricity. Gordy and them will holler at me again.
Gordon.
Any other action items that we had on here or anybody added?
Oh, yeah, I wanna pick something up. So I walked in, I saw those boxes down here. I opened up one of them, very first box on the right hand side, I opened it up and there's mold. We've gotta figure that out.
In,
The
record
boxes
Got
down there.
records
Yeah.
from secure.
Very first one, it's like moldy papers and everything, so. We've gotta figure out, well, I mean, we can't put mold stuff back in,
No,
that in the safe.
No.
So I don't know if our employees are able to, cause I know there was a big issue there about our employees going through moldy stuff. And that's why I thought we had another company doing it, but we gotta figure out how to go about somebody going through those and pulling out all that mold.
okay, I guess we gotta verify first that there are files.
Oh, yeah,
Not
I
down.
know. Yeah,
Um,
so there's a lot of boxes, if I pulled one, I'm sure there's a few others
Oh, yeah.
that was in that pile.
but maybe it's that why they're out there, not in. Maybe they found them ones had some and left them out there and then. put them
I didn't
out.
check any other
I
boxes.
didn't,
There's
I don't
good
know,
one.
so I guess. Put that in your radar too.
Maybe they're gonna move them up to college.
I mean, there could be an easy solution to scan them and you keep the scans and get rid of the original something.
You'd want somebody else to scan, cause we don't want us to scan moldy stuff on our stuff, cause that's.
But you just have to clean. Mold it, it's easy.
Who
Wear
had
nasty rubber gloves.
company called Secure Shred.
No.
Oh.
Well, I
If you're
remember-
stupid about it.
No, and I remember that, but remember there was this big thing about our employees doing it.
Yes,
A
cause
safety issue.
there was constant
Yeah.
blast of
Still there?
flooding issues. and all. But yes, there's definitely safety, there are, but I feel they could do it with wearing the proper gear.
I thought security
they-
guards didn't do something like that. I thought,
That's,
We
we
have a
gotta
company
send
that
it
was
to a
doing it.
restoration company, so either Servpro or whoever to cleaned here, we would have had to send them to them to have them cleaned, and there's file companies that clean stuff and return
And
it.
we just didn't.
I think they just sent them to storage, is my understanding, that was the tenant that did that, remember they were
Cause
taking.
I thought it was talked about having somebody go through them and copy the ones that were,
That was land records.
oh, okay, so those got done, it was just in the packet then.
And there's two books of land records that got, soaked and they got stored.
Okay.
So yeah, so I guess we asked Rosemary, find out what she's thinking, and if we need to, if they're ours. Whether or not they're actually needed, a lot of stuff that could digitize and.
Right.
Now would probably be a time to digitize them one box at a time, start digitizing stuff instead of putting it back in where it's never seen again.
Yeah, so you're looking at that, Eric?
Yep.
And like I said, the box size bit, very all the way to the right, very top first one, that's the very first one, I know at least that.
How they call it.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
Okay, and again, Darrell, I'm sorry for not coming
Yeah.
up and explaining, I was in a heated argument.
Hold on. We turn.
For an hour.
Turn this off first?
Nope, we're gonna be, I think that's it, everybody's good? We are adjourned at 7:18.